Hi everyone, I am Punya Agarwal, ACC affiliate, co-founder of Being ACCA. In this video, I will be discussing some last minute tips for your AAA paper for December 24 attempt. Firstly, I would say that, do not consider it is a, professional level paper. Do not treat it like a skill level paper. I have seen a few scripts wherein, it has not been treated as a professional level paper. You need to understand that there is a step up, there's a difference between what you usually used to do in skill level and the professional level, right? So firstly, revision of your entire syllabus is very crucial. Revise the entire syllabus from the starting till the end. You have a lot of topics. If you have any notes, refer to them. If not, then just revise the syllabus from your study hub. It is a very good resource for the revision part of it. So do that. Then revise all of the standards. IFRSs and the IAS are very important for your AAA paper. Without referencing the correct number and name and the standard, it is your answers are incomplete because it is a professional level paper, right? In AA we still exempt it and it's not as important, but in AAA it plays a crucial role into your explanation of the whatever the content that you're writing, right? So revise all of the standards. There are very few standards which are tested always in your AAA paper, so just revise them and you'll be good to go. If you want to have the PDF, we also have a PDF for the same. You can refer to the link in the bio of Being ACCA Instagram account and you'll get the resources. So do that. And the third thing would be technical articles are very important for AAA paper. No, I'm not saying that you need to deep dive into the technical articles that are available, but they are important, so you need to read them. At least you need to know that okay, this is something, because I have seen in the pre-December mock also, if you have solved it, there is a question for sustainability reporting as well, right? So you need to focus upon these technical articles for professional level paper in general also are very important. So read them like a newspaper. Just read them, go through them. If you find anything new, or if you find anything which is you think that it is important, just make short notes and you'll be good to go. That's that. And then examiner reports are again very important. Why? Because they contain all of the things that the examiner is trying to communicate with you, right? So exam reports are very crucial. If you think, because of course we have the exam on Monday, so if you think that you do not have enough time right now, so please just read the recent the exam reports and you will be good to go. So they are very important. Then the next thing that you should do is attempt a full-fledged mock. We have a pre-December mock, and also get it evaluated by somebody, because again that is also important. AAA is completely subjective paper. You might think that you have written the answers correctly, but you might not have, because self-review threat. So get it evaluated by a tutor or mentor. I also at Being SSA evaluate AAA mocks, and some of the process in the it is in the process. So if you want to register for it, you can via our website, which is at the rate www.beingacca.in. So you can register through that and we'll connect. So again, pre-December mock is very important. It gives you how the exam scenario and attempt it at one go. Do not be like one question you're attempting in the morning and the second question you're attempting in the evening. That's not what is feasible for you. You should sit at once, attempt the entire paper, see your performance, see how much time did you take. Now about time management, I know AAA students work a lot upon time management and still sometimes they're not able to manage it. Identify the reason for the time management. Why are you taking so much amount of time in a particular question or in the entire paper? I have also made a full-fledged time management video wherein I've explained you how can you be better at it. So you can refer to that, and I'm sure you'll be able to get insights from that. So time management is again important. Now in AAA we have professional marks also, right? Your professional marks form 20% of your entire paper, which is not a joke, right? If you see, 20% is a whole lot. Somebody who is scoring 40s can jump on to 60s or 50 55 plus if they are good in the professional aspect, right? So for professional marks to gain, see, they are the easiest thing that you can get marks from. Okay, because for the professional marks you do not have to do anything extra, you do not have to write anything extra. Whatever you're writing, you have to write just that in a qualitative aspect, right? So for professional marks, always make sure that your formats are correct. The first question that we have for the risk, always make sure that you have to, from, date, subject, and then you have materiality being calculated, you have the introduction, you have a conclusion paragraph. Never, I have seen 70 to 80% of the students not writing the conclusion, due to which they lose on those, that very very easy 1 or 2 mark. So do that. Show trends, calculations wherever you can, even if it, for materiality, of course you need to do that, but then for also for the other aspects, if you can show some trends, if you can show some ratios, if you can show some calculations, some amounts, always show that, because you will be getting at least half or 1 mark extra in that, right? So formatting is important, calculations are important. Then professional language is also very important. The way you're writing your answers, make sure that there are no lot of spelling mistakes, there are no grammatical errors, there is professional language being used in the paper. Do not use any vague languages into the paper. It pisses off the examiner, and of course you won't be getting any professional marks because of that. So make sure that these things are kept in mind when you are attempting your paper. Then explanation, justifications are very very important. Do not just write the conclusion that this is a this will be detection risk. Why will it be a detection risk? Why will it be a control risk? How can it be overstated? How can it be understated? All of these things. Reference to standards are also very very important. As per IFRS 15, revenue from contract with customer, and so on and so forth, your answer should look like this, right? So standards. And a lot of students also ask me what should be the sequence of how you should write your risk. So I personally believe that you should first put a heading. If you put a heading, it just improves your presentation, because ultimately you have those 10 marks for your presentation, for your professional language, right? Professional language. So that is the first thing. Then second thing should be that you are copy pasting the statement from the question, basically giving a background of the risk, what is happening in the case scenario. Then you are trying to relate it to the relevant standard. If no standard is there, then you simply explain and tell the what will be the impact on the financial statements, right? That is one thing. Second question people have asked me a lot is about the substantive procedures. I know that you people lag a lot in substantive procedures, but see, the only two things that you need to keep in mind for substantive procedures is that you need not learn the substantive procedures, and you have to write the reason why, either in assertions form, either in the other formation. Like the reason should be there to obtain reasonableness, or something on those lines should be there for the substantive procedure. Now you'll ask me कि आपने तो बोल दिया कि relate करना है case scenario से, but how to do it? I have already made a reel on Instagram. Please watch that quick 1 minute reel. You'll get a clear cut understanding how to do it. I've also posted another video over here regarding substantive procedures on YouTube. Please check that out. You'll get very very good knowledge through that, and how to relate your substantive procedures to the case study. So these are two questions which I always get for your paper, and these were some of the quick tips that I wanted to give you for a AAA paper. I know it can be a little challenging. I know the pass rates are really less, but if your preparation is up to the mark, if you're giving your 100%, no one can stop you. So all the very best. If you have any doubts, any questions, you can reach me out on my WhatsApp or Instagram, or comment down here. I'll definitely reach out to you. So all the very best for your AAA paper this December attempt.